So, you thought your college fraternity knew its way around a bottle or 10. Well, get ready to hold South Korea's beer. Because if there was ever an 800-pound gorilla in terms of drinking culture, the title would go to South Korea. Yes, South Korea. Sure, you're familiar with their amazing barbecue, infectious K-pop tunes, and the fermented deliciousness called kimchi. But here's the surprising thing. Their love affair with spirits is hotter than buldak, which is extremely spicy Korean chicken wings, also called fire chicken. Get ready to have some serious drinking knowledge dropped on you, because we're taking a trip to the country known as the land of morning calm. Probably because everyone's dealing with a hangover. This is How Koreans Drink. The most dedicated hard liquor drinkers in the world aren't the Irish. Not by a long shot. It's Koreans. 48,454,000 live in the Republic of Korea, and they average 12.3 liters of alcohol a year per person. But let's dive in a bit further. On average, South Koreans drink 13.7 shots of liquor per week, which puts them ahead of just about any country in the world, and with a very comfortable lead. How much of a lead? Well, South Koreans drink more than twice as much as Russians and 5 times as much as Americans. Yes, let that sink in for a moment. It probably helps that drinking is pretty cheap in South Korea. A 360 milliliter bottle of soju, which is about 12 ounces, costs around 1,700 won at all night stores. That's approximately $1.50 in the US. And with prices like that, it isn't hard to stay stocked up and buzzed. When it comes to spirits, it doesn't get more Korean than soju. But it isn't just a favorite of Koreans. Soju is the #1 selling liquor by volume in the world. It's beloved by just about everyone. Well, except for the US. But Americans are slowly starting to get in on the hype. What exactly is it then? At its most basic, soju is a clear, hard liquor made from distilled starches, clocking in anywhere between 20 to 24 ABV. It's generally neutral tasting, but you can pick up hints of the starch that was used in the distillation process on your palate. Traditionally, rice was the main ingredient in soju, but during the Korean War, distilling rice was banned, so those booze-loving Koreans got creative. They began using wheat, sweet potatoes, and even tapioca to make their soju. And it didn't just work, it was a raging success. So much so that even when the ban was lifted in the late 1990s, many of the best-selling brands in Korea used alternative starches. How to drink it? Usually with a meal. And you can take soju neat, so give your mixers a night off. And if you're looking for a stiff drink, in South Korea you just might get a bit more than you bargained for. Or maybe exactly what you bargained for? See, on its surface, Byeoldeokju is just a rice wine infused with herbs and a touch of pumpkin malt for some palate-pleasing sweetness. But take a closer look at those herbs and things will start coming to a head. Or, well, you'll see what we mean. Because Byeoldeokju is also an erection wine. Yes, this seemingly sweet and innocent drink is highly recommended for men looking to improve their stamina in the sack. Don't want to ask for it by name? No problem. Just look for the bottles with the ceramic penises on the top. So much for subtlety. The first rule of drinking in Korea? Never pour your own soju. The bottle is typically the entire group's property no matter who bought it, and you'll have to wait for an older member of the group to pour your shot first. Respect your elders and all that jazz. When you're ready, you take the glass in both hands and shoot it without making eye contact with the elder who poured it for you. And Korean culture dictates that you take the entire shot in one go. No wimping out here. It's customary to wait until your glass is empty before someone pours you another, but after your first shot, you're free to sip and take your time with it. Now, when it comes to work, many South Koreans believe that one of the quickest ways of building friendship and office camaraderie is to get drunk together. He who drinks more works better is the motto, and the working person's drink of choice is often the bomb, which is a shot of soju added to a glass of beer. The combo is then downed by everyone at the table to shouts of "Kumbae," which translates to bottoms up. So what have we learned today, class? 1. Koreans are expert-level boozers that make Tyrion Lannister seem like a downright drinking noob. 2. Koreans drink soju like it's natural spring water, and the rest of the world is right there with them. 3. Always make sure an elder is pouring your drink. Just don't make any eye contact. Kumbae.